Three, two, one.
Okay, Fight Freaks, I'm the Iron Man Tyson Johnson here with another episode of MMA Opinions. I'm your host, Tyson Johnson. With me today, I have the Bird, Danny, Matt, and of course today we have our special guest, Malachi. Today we're talking about two different subjects, Conor McGregor's retirement and Ronda Rousey. Is she pregnant or does she get a title shot on her first try back in November? We have two things to talk about. Let's start off with Conor McGregor. Bird, Conor McGregor today, he tweeted that he was retiring. Is it a ploy or is he really retired?
I could say 50-50. It might be a ploy, then he might have backed himself into a corner with his mouth, and opponents that's coming to him, he might know that he can't beat them. So he might just try to find a mouse hole to.
So what you're saying is in UFC 200, he has a rematch against Nate Diaz. He probably doesn't feel like he can beat Nate. Or if he goes down to his own weight class, he's got Frankie Edgar sitting there waiting for him. He doesn't feel like he beat Frankie Edgar, or he can beat Frankie. So he's kind of stuck in the middle. What is he going to do? Just quit? Danny, what do you think?
I love Conor McGregor so much, but this is a real wimpy move. First of all, you can't leave on a lose. You can't leave on a tap out like that. Yeah. Everyone's seen you tap out. You can't just leave like that. Secondly, Nate Diaz called him out over Twitter, saying he's the one that made him retire. So that would stoke my blood, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go in here, beat him up, be the champion, and then maybe think about retiring. But honestly, he's like, what, 20-something?
Yeah,
I don't even think it should be a thought in his mind. He said thanks for the cheese, and he's out. I think he's being cocky a little bit, and maybe he should not retire because he still has a lot ahead of him. And Nate Diaz can get beat by McGregor. I think so. And I just think he needs another shot.
Matt, what do you think about that? Can McGregor beat Diaz?
No. Honestly, no. He hit Nate Diaz with his best shots and didn't finish him. He did not finish him. Then he got wore out. Then all of a sudden Nate Diaz started picking it up. The thing with the Diaz brothers in general, their cardio is extremely great. Mm-hmm. Even though they still smoke weed. They're just, it's amazing. I mean, and their chin is amazing. I don't think McGregor can do that. He's a bigger man. Everybody that McGregor has dominated and beat have all been smaller to him. Nate Diaz is not.
No. Malachi, what do you think? Is his retirement real, or is this just a ploy, some kind of fake game to kind of get everybody riled up?
Pretty much. I would say it was real at first, and especially from the first matchup with him and Nate Diaz, him being, his usual self, always wanting to throw out his words out there and always wanting to back it up afterwards. And then after when that matchup with Nate Diaz didn't really quite follow up what he was expecting, especially when Matt was saying about him throwing his best shots, and he's been knocking a lot of his opponents out, if not like TKO, and that was mostly because of the lower weight class. And then Nate on the other hand, I mean, he's a bigger guy, obviously, and like Matt was just saying before, he has an iron chin, and like both of the Diaz brothers, like it's very, very difficult to knock those guys out. Like I've seen videos of them getting kicked in the face with the shin connecting, getting hit in a button, anywhere else in the tempo. Those guys just they're just soldiers till the end, no matter what they are. And then Conor McGregor is, I mean, it was really surprising that he was really trying, was wanting to go out on that lose.
Yeah, you go out on a loss. I mean, that's just not the way to do it. My thought is that he's afraid. He knows that, going to that upper weight class, he's got Nate Diaz sitting ready to beat him. If he goes down to his own weight class, he gets beat by Frankie Edgar. And Jose Aldo's still waiting for him again, too. I think in a real fight, Jose Aldo wins. Not just a one-hitter quitter, but in a real fight. I think Jose Aldo really wins that fight.
Well, to me, like he came in like Scrooge McDuck, got his money, and just duck it out now. So
well, it's funny that you said money. I think, part of that could be it, but I think this is a ploy because he can't talk crap anymore because he got his ass beat by. So what is the only option? Oh, I'm going to retire. Dana's going to shell out the money to make sure he fights.
Well, my thought in this about the money is that maybe the UFC wasn't offering him such good money anymore because, I mean, he lost. Why offer him such a big payday? So what he's doing is, well, if you're not going to pay me, or maybe they're going to pay Nate Diaz just as much, he's pissed off. He says, okay, well, I'll just retire, knowing that he's a cash cow for him. And he possibly is waiting to hold out for a better deal.
So he's being Eric Cartman. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
He's doing an NFL
Yeah,
hold
good.
out.
Yeah.
That's all.
Or maybe this is all one big stunt
To get people
to
talking
get
about
the,
it.
the next pay-per-view, if they do go through with it, to be the biggest one ever.
I mean, that's a possibility.
I mean,
but
that's what I was thinking at first. I'm like,
Yeah.
really, he's going to retire? No, everyone's going to think he's going to retire, then he's going to be like, you know what, I'm changing my mind. Let's do UFC Fight 200, and everyone's hyped up, and they make billions.
You got to beat your last gate that you had. So his mission is to beat that last purse and move on to more money. I just figured it seems like it's more money grabbing than involved. Like he made a grip.
Millions.
You know what I'm saying? Off of
Because he
them
used to
two
be the
fights.
money
So my thing is just cash flow.
Do you guys think that maybe he feels like he's lost that love from the fans because he lost that fight?
No, a fan is always a fan. You know,
Yeah.
if you're a fan, you know your fighter ain't gonna go through his career undefeated. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you have to take the good with the bad. I just think that he might, as a person, can take bad good. You know?
Could he be still depressed? I mean,
Yeah,
who
you
knows?
know. That's a big loss, though. You talking all that mouth and then somebody just completely damn near demolish you on national TV. Live.
Well, there's also one thing that I don't think he retired. The money situation. He makes a lot of money, yes, but he also spends an enormous
Massive
amount of money.
True. So he needs to keep coming in.
I guarantee you, he doesn't have all that money saved.
Oh, I guarantee you.
So yeah, I'm going to retire. But then, 6 months later, I'm going to come back
Yeah.
because I need the money.
Okay. Well, we'll find out here in the near future whether this retirement is real or if it's a ploy, or maybe it's just temporary. We'll find out. Because where else can he go? I'm sure Dana has him on a really good contract to where he can't go fight anywhere else. Let's talk about Ronda Rousey. Two things happened. Last week, they're talking about she's pregnant. You've seen all the posts, all the funny jokes and memes about her being pregnant. And then I just find out this week that she's getting a title shot in November against whoever seems to be the champion at the time. Hopefully it's going to be Miesha Tate. But she gets an immediate rematch or match against Tate or whoever the champion is for the title. Danny, I understand that you like that, but Matt, you don't think she deserves it. Tell me
No, I
why.
don't. She lost. She lost convincingly. She got knocked out in the second round, got her teeth knocked loose. She was completely unconscious. There was no controversy whatsoever, and she was owned by Holly Holmes.
But she's not fighting Holly Holm. She's going to be fighting, say, Miesha Tate or Amanda Nunes.
It's the same thing as with Conor McGregor. You don't go out on a loss. You shouldn't get a title shot on a loss that she obviously was not prepared for. She was the champion. She just went in thinking she was all that. She got proven that she got her butt kicked. And the really truth, if she wants a rematch or wants something like that, she should be rematched with Holly Holmes, the last person that actually beat her.
I agree with that.
And then she can get her title shot if she can get by Holly Holmes.
Danny, tell them why you think she deserves a title shot on her first fight back.
Because she's Ronda Rousey. No, I mean,
Yeah, but Miesha Tate's much hotter. I'm sorry.
all right.
More.
Holly Holm beats Ronda Rousey. Miesha Tate beats Holly Holm. If Ronda Rousey wants the title shot, who should she go against? Miesha Tate. That's what's going to happen. All right, if Holly Holm wants to take the title back from Ronda Rousey and continue the whole process again, let her do it. But that's what's going to happen. They're going to fight. Ronda Rousey's going to win. Holly Holm's going to come back. She's going to probably beat it, and it's going to keep going and going. That's the money game.
We talked about this in another episode of MMA Opinions, or Meet the Fighter, one or the other, and we talked about that. It's going to be Miesha Tate, Holly Holmes, Ronda Rousey. These three girls are going to be tossing that belt back and forth in a little...
But see, the thing is, I mean, you assume that Ronda Rousey is going to beat Miesha Tate.
I hope she doesn't.
She has done it twice. I'm not going to say she hasn't. But that second time was a little bit more competitive. And Miesha Tate was doing all the wrong things that everybody else was doing, was trying to out-judo throw and out-judo Ronda Rousey, who's a master person at judo. You know, Holly Holmes was smart, didn't do that, didn't play that game, and has shown the formula how to beat Ronda Rousey. And Ronda Rousey, much like Mike Tyson was, will not learn from that loss. She will keep doing what she thinks she's going to do, and everything else. That it proved that point that she has stayed with Edmund.
I disagree. I think that was one of the biggest fights of her life. And I think she will sharpen up her skills, and she knows what she did wrong. And I think when she goes back in there, now that she's going against Miesha Tate, she's sharpened up her skills to go against Holly Holm probably. So now she's sharpening up a little bit to go against Miesha Tate, but she has that skill set for Holly Holm too.
Bird, what do you think?
Okay, if you're the champion, say that you come in, you fight, you lose your belt. You normally have that title, that next title, to get your belt back. The only thing about Ronda Rousey is she got knocked out so bad that she couldn't revive enough, fast enough to come and
Get a rematch,
take the thing. So if she wasn't hurt as bad, then she would have had an automatically rematch with her. But I think, as Coach said, that Holmes, Ronda should fight for that title fight, and whoever wins out of that should go for that title.
My thought is that right now, Miesha Tate should fight Amanda Nunes. That's fine.
Yeah.
She's like, I guess Amanda's next in line.
Yeah.
And Ronda and Holly Holm should fight.
Yep.
Who the winner of those two wins the winner of those two, and I think that's great. I think that's plenty of money to go around for the organization, plenty of money for all the ladies, and I think it sets up a great competitive circuit there.
That's two pretty much nice size fights, because you got Tate with that defended, and you got them trying to fight to reach the belt again, or to,
And who's to say Nunes isn't going to win? I mean, it could happen. Anything happens. We've seen it.
Oh, the only problem with the automatic rematch, it doesn't happen in the UFC. Other organizations, yes.
Yeah.
Other boxing, whatever, yes. Jose Aldo is proof of that. You know, they don't give you automatic rematches.
He was hurt. So.
Well, no, they were giving Ronda Rousey automatic rematch, and they did. I think Frankie Edgar and
it's a few
Ray
of them that
Hendricks,
got
but
it,
I'm not saying they don't always do it, but the majority of the time they do not give the automatic rematch.
Yeah, but unless you are I call you a 5-star athlete.
Yeah.
So if
Or-
you're like there and they want some people love you and you have that fan base, they're going to give you an automatic because they want to see that fan base buy all the tickets and bring you back in. So it just depends on who you are.
And if you want to do this to Dana.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, well, all this is assuming that she's not pregnant. So was she pregnant? Was she not? I mean, all the rumors were going around. She's pregnant. If she is pregnant, I doubt she's pregnant now. And because, I mean, she's going to be fighting in November. That would be kind of odd.
Yeah. I don't think she was pregnant.
I don't
I
think
just
so.
think it was
I think
might have been a
that's-
tabloid rumor.
Yeah,
but
social media is
just
like a big. It could be a big blur.
Yes, it can.
One person will spread something and then it'll be everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I didn't really read up on it, but I think it could be maybe a hoax.
Yeah, I just think it was.
I think it was a total hoax because, I mean, Ronda gained weight. And that's where it came from. And that's going to be another issue with her if she does have the rematch, that if she does fight Miesha Tate, that she's probably not going to win. If she's got to cut that much weight that quickly, and you know she's still got all the filming, she's still got all the extra work, extra things that she's doing, she's not going to have time to really train properly.
Well, she has till November. I think there's plenty of time to drop some weight
But she's still doing the other movies and everything else. And then she still has Edmund as a coach. Edmund is the worst coach in the world.
Well, you know how that goes.
Oh, yeah. Friend. All right, Fight Freaks. You let us know what you think. MMA Opinions. Just hit us up, let us know. Conor McGregor, we'll find out in the next couple of weeks if he's retired or if he's not. And as far as Ronda Rousey goes, well, I'm pretty sure she's not pregnant if she's going for a title shot in November. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how the women's division plays out. We'll go from there. We'll see you next time here on MMA Opinions. I'd like to once again thank my guests. We have Matt, Danny, Malachi, and the Bird. I'd like to thank you all for joining us here on MMA Opinions.